As service providers, we have a keen interest in meeting the needs of our customers. That's our job. It's part of our DNA. Most of us are continually searching for ways to improve our service levels, exceed our customers' expectations, and provide an exceptional service experience. This video is about the approaches that we can take to raise our service delivery to the next level and provide better service experience for our customers. In fact, it's called Next Level Service. Next Level Service is not a destination, it's more of a mindset. It's not something that we achieve and then stop. It's a continuous focus on delivering a service that truly meets the needs of our customers in a manner that they appreciate and may not even expect. It's not about doing things so exceptional that it's written up in the newspaper, but thoughtfully doing the right things to help our customers achieve their goals. Next Level Service is customer focused. Being customer focused is about putting ourselves in our customers' shoes so that we can understand the issues that they may be facing and the underlying reasons for their request, and then proactively addressing these things through our response. It's about asking questions. It's about problem solving. It's about delivering service at the next level. Although our customers will receive great benefit from our Next Level Service approach, the real beneficiary is us. Next Level Service doesn't require us to work harder, just differently, and the rewards for this change in mindset can be career changing. Just think about your own personal experience of being the recipient of customer service. Did the way the person who served you impact how you treated them? If they took steps to understand your problem and earnestly tried to resolve the issue, did you show more patience as they worked to find a resolution? If they couldn't provide you exactly what you were looking for, were you more willing to listen to their suggestions and perhaps more accepting of their recommendation? If they were polite and courteous and treated you like a human being and not a number, were you more courteous and respectful of them? Do you think that as a result of the way that you responded to their approach, that their experience in doing their own jobs might have been improved? Now think about the customers that you work with every day. What if they changed the way that they interacted with you? Imagine for a moment that you as a service provider are the center of the universe. Everything revolves around you, and your customers are there to make your life easier. Now, as you imagine this ideal world, what are your customers doing that makes your job easier, more pleasant, more fun? How will they be interacting with you to achieve this? And as you think through this exercise, you might come up with responses like, they'll be less demanding, more respectful, more patient, more reasonable, less emotional, more forgiving, and so on. The wonderful thing about Next Level Service is that this approach can produce these types of results for us, and we can begin to experience the ideal world that we describe for ourselves. That is because, as human beings, we tend to respond in kind to how others treat us. So when we become more customer focused and apply the Next Level approach, we're actually influencing how others will treat us. Through a Next Level Service mindset, we can create a world where the customer is less demanding and emotional, more respectful and reasonable, and more patient and forgiving. Next Level Service starts with a customer-focused mindset as opposed to a job-focused mindset. A job-focused mindset is one where performing the work to specification is top of mind. If the task is to repair a broken unit, all attention is on completing the repair as effectively and as efficiently as possible. A job-focused mindset does not mean that we are rude or condescending, although we can be perceived that way. It's just that the task itself is paramount. A customer-focused mindset is different because it centers on the customer and the problem and not the task itself. It's a subtle difference, but an important one. Where the job-focused mindset is intent on repairing the unit, the customer-focused mindset is focused on solving the customer's problem. To do this, we must take time to understand the problem and how it impacts the customer. Let's consider two examples of the difference in mindset. A job-focused approach is keen on repairing the equipment, whereas a customer-focused approach is keen on solving the customer's problem. A job-focused approach is intent on doing things right. A customer-focused approach is intent on doing the right things. Now let's look at some examples of Next Level Service. In each of the scenarios that follow, we will show the craftsperson taking job-focused approach and then compare this to a customer-focused approach. You will have to watch carefully to distinguish the difference between the two approaches. The differences are subtle, but the results can be exceptional. By simply taking a customer-focused mindset to the situation, the craftsperson creates a significantly better outcome for both the customer and for him or herself. In the first scenario, our craftsperson John has been dispatched to address a complaint by a customer that the room is too hot and for which there is no obvious solution.
Hi. Are you the person who called to complain about the heat in this room?
Oh, yes, I am so glad you're here. It is really hot in this room. I have a meeting starting within the hour, and I just need this place cooled off.
Well, actually, I'd like to help you, but I can't. There's no cooling in this part of the building. It's slotted for a capital upgrade later this year. That won't help you. The only thing you can do is open the windows.
Okay, that can't be right. I mean, who's ever heard of a room without air conditioning, and your only solution is to open a window? There must be something more you can do. I can't have a meeting in here.
No, I'm real sorry, but really, there's nothing else I can do. Try the windows. That might help.
Are you kidding me? That's the best you can do.
I'm truly sorry, but honestly, there's nothing more I can do. Next time, make sure you specify the room you need is air conditioned. Otherwise, this could happen again.
I can't believe this.
Notice that John was unable to cool the room because there was no air conditioning in the area. Since he is focused on the job, turning up the air conditioning, he does not see that there's anything more that he can do. He suggests that the customer open the windows and let in some air. And he also makes a helpful suggestion that in future, the customer should specify that the room is to have air conditioning. This last suggestion is well intended, but not well received. The customer is frustrated and stressed, and surely this is not a good situation for John either. How comfortable do you think either of them will feel if they find themselves waiting in the same line in the cafeteria next lunchtime? Now let's look at how John might approach the situation with a next level or customer-focused mindset.
Hi there. I'm John from Facilities Services. Are you Jennifer? Oh, nice to meet you. I understand that you have a concern about the heat in this room.
Oh, yes, I am so glad you're here. It is really hot in this room. I have a meeting starting within the hour, and I just need this place cooled off.
Well, actually, I'd like to help you, but I can't. There's no cooling in this part of the building. It's slotted for a capital upgrade later this year, but that won't help you now.
That can't be right. I mean, who's heard of a room without air conditioning nowadays? There must be something else you can do. I can't have a meeting here.
Well, I can't help you with the air conditioning, but there are a couple of things I can do to help. Firstly, we can see if we can arrange another room that has better climate control. I know Lisa in timetabling, and a quick phone call might be all we need to solve the problem. And if we can't get the room, well, we can open some windows. I can call my office and see if they can send some fans, and just to cool things down. I know it's not perfect, but it's the best we can do at the moment. What would you like to do?
Well, I mean, the best thing would be to get another room. Oh, but I gave everybody directions to this room.
Perhaps we could put up some signs and you can have one of your guests wait here and provide directions. But before we do that, let's make sure we can get that room. I'll call Lisa, see if it's possible.
Okay, great. Thank you for helping out.
Anytime. Sorry I can't do more.
In this example, John is still unable to turn on the air conditioning. What has changed is his focus from the problem to the customer. John sees the customer's problem not as needing air conditioning, but rather needing a cooler room for her meeting. His first suggestion is to use his connections and knowledge of the process to see if he can help her find another room. His backup plan, Plan B, is to suggest that she open the windows, and he offers to provide fans to cool things down. He acknowledges that Plan B may not be perfect, but it will be a vast improvement on the status quo. Notice that the customer reacts to John's approach by being more understanding. She becomes less stressed and more willing to cooperate. She recognizes that John is doing all that he can do to resolve the problem and appreciates the effort. Her experience is vastly improved from the last scenario, and so is John's. Let's consider another example. In this scenario, the craftsperson is sent to investigate a problem. It becomes obvious that the problem requires a completely different skill set and the craftsperson is not the right person for the job. Let's watch as he takes a job-focused approach and how it impacts the customer and himself. As you watch this scenario, think about what John could do differently.
Hi, Jennifer. I've had a look at it, and it appears the water is coming from a leak in the roof. You're going to need to call facilities to send you a roofer. The best I can do is grab a bucket to catch the drips.
There must be something more you can do. This is a problem. I mean, what if the bucket overflows? We don't have somebody here overnight that could empty it. This is a mess.
I'm sorry, I can see that this is creating a problem for you, but there's nothing else I can do. You need a roofer, and the quickest way to get this fixed is to contact facilities, and they'll arrange to send someone.
Come on, there must be something you can do to stop the leaking, at least until the roofer arrives.
Jennifer, I know that this must be frustrating for you, but really there's nothing more I can do. I'll go find you a bucket while you call facilities.
I can't believe this. I mean, why can't you guys just call the right person the first time?
This is another job-focused example where John sees his job as a plumber and the problem is to fix the leak. Since the repair requires skills he does not have, he does not see beyond the repair itself to recognize that there is more that could be done to help the customer. Let's look how John can approach this issue with a next-level service approach.
Hi, Jennifer. I've had a look at it, and it appears the water is coming from a leak in the roof. We're going to need to get a roofer to get this fixed. Also, I brought a bucket to catch the drips.
There must be something more you can do. This is a problem. I mean, what if the bucket overflows? We don't have somebody here overnight that could empty it. This is a mess.
I'm sorry that this has happened, and I can see it's creating a problem for you. And I really want to help you, but you really need a roofing professional. Let me call my office to get a roofer here as quickly as possible.
Why can't your office just get the right person the first time? Come on, there must be something you can do to stop the leaking just until the roofer arrives.
Well, I can't fix the leak, but I can reduce your inconvenience. I can put a small gutter in the ceiling to divert the water to the other side of the office so the drips are away from where the action is. Also, I'll arrange to get a larger bucket. And just to be safe, I'll have a shift engineer drop by and empty the bucket and just check to make sure everything's all right.
Okay, what if the leak gets worse?
Based on what I've seen, I doubt it's going to get worse before this gets fixed. But if it does, the best thing to do is to contact my office at an extension 8777. We have people on staff around the clock to help you. Also, I'll arrange to get a plastic sheeting to put over the desk, just in case there's a problem during the night. At least it'll keep your work dry. But before we do anything else, I'm going to call my office and have them get a roofer scheduled. Once I have some timelines, I'll know a little bit better when to expect someone.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you helping out with this.
You're welcome. I'm really sorry this has happened, but we're going to do the best we can to get things back to normal as soon as possible. Okay.
Notice that, although John is not in a position to correct the leaking roof, he can and does take action to solve the customer's problem. He offers to make a call to facilities to get the right person on the job as soon as possible. He then undertakes to take a number of steps to reduce the inconvenience and the customer stress. The problem itself has not gone away, but the customer feels more assured that the problem is under control and the leak will be repaired. She expresses her appreciation to John and will feel much better about dealing with facilities the next time. In this next video, our craftsperson John is completing a repair when the customer asks him to help her with a completely different task. Under normal circumstances, John would be happy to help, but today he's backed up and he has no time.
Hi, Jennifer. What's up?
Well, I am having some trouble with a bookshelf in the office. It keeps falling down. We need it put back up. I just thought since you're here already, maybe you could put it up for me?
Sorry, no can do. I've got back-to-back work orders today, and I'm already falling behind.
Come on, John. You're right here. It'll take a minute, and you'll be on your way.
Jennifer, I'm sorry. I just can't. I'm booked solid with people like you waiting. Just submit a work request, and facilities will arrange for someone to come.
Can't you just have a look?
Sorry, I have to go. Submit a work request. That's the best thing.
In this scenario, John does not mean to appear insensitive or inflexible. He literally must marshal his time wisely or else he will fall hopelessly behind. However, his steadfast refusal to provide any help to the customer makes him appear arbitrary and abrupt. The customer is exasperated because his inflexibility seems unnecessary and out of character. Obviously, John has to be careful with his time and cannot, even with the best of intentions, freely change his schedule without consequences, usually to the disappointment of someone else. He can, however, address this differently and emerge with the schedule intact and his relationship with the customer even stronger. Here is John responding to the customer with a next-level mindset.
Oh, hi, Jennifer. What's up?
Well, I'm having some trouble with a bookshelf in the office. It keeps falling down. I just need to put back up. I thought since you were here anyways, maybe you could put it back up for me.
Jennifer, there's probably not that much I can do today. I've got back-to-back work orders and I'm already falling behind. I could take a quick look though to see what's involved.
Oh, if you could, I would appreciate it.
Happy to help. I just need to be quick though. Usually these problems are caused by too much weight on the anchors holding the bookshelf in the wall. The best thing to do is get hollow wall anchors. They tend to withstand a lot more weight and would solve your problem once and for all.
That would be great.
Yeah, just let me finish what I'm doing here. I don't have any anchors on me right now, but if that is the problem, I'll give you all the information that you need to include in your work request. That way, whoever is sent here to help you with this will have everything they need to fix the problem. And if you like, you can always ask for me, seeing that I know all about the situation.
Thanks, John. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Give me 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, great. I'll be in my office.
With the customer-focused approach, John did not change his busy schedule to mount the floating bookshelves for the customer, but the customer appreciates his efforts, and the few minutes he takes to have a quick look will save valuable time for the craftsperson who is dispatched. Finally, we must remember that we don't give next-level service in a vacuum. We must work together to help one another achieve this higher level. If one of us drops the ball, it can have a rippling effect across the department. In this last video, we will see John interacting with Sally, who's responsible for dispatching the craftspeople. She's in a bit of a bind and must find someone to respond to an emergency situation. Immediate attention is required as the problem is safety related and someone could get hurt at any time. Sally reaches out to John, who, as per usual, is extremely busy and has problems of his own.
All right, get back to me as soon as you get any information about the part. Yeah, Sally, what's up?
Hey, John, I know you're busy, but I really need your help. We got a problem in building SW3. So a fixture's come loose there on the second floor and they're worried it's going to fall and hurt somebody. I need you to go there, secure the area, make sure it's safe before anybody gets hurt.
Sorry, no can do. I've got back-to-back work orders today and I'm already falling behind. Can't you find someone else?
No, I can't. Bill's on vacation this week. I'm having trouble getting a hold of anybody. Look, this is urgent. You've got to go. I promised the customer that I'd have somebody on it right away.
Sally, I'd like to help you, but I just can't. Seriously, I'm booked solid. You don't think my job is important here? Tell that to my customers. Next time, maybe you should get someone before you make promises to the customer.
Honestly, John? I mean, I wouldn't ask you if this wasn't important.
Listen, you got to check around and see if you can get someone else. If not, get back to me and I'll see if I can do something after I get a couple of other things done. That's the best I can do.
Okay, fine.
Notice how John appears to show little or no empathy for Sally's situation. He is focused on getting his own job done, but as a result, cannot see that there may be a way to help Sally and achieve his goals too. John comes across as uncooperative. And at the end of this dialogue, you can sense the frustration from both Sally and John. John is resentful that Sally just seemed to assume that he would drop everything to help her, and Sally is frustrated that John would be so inflexible and insensitive to her very real and important problem. Now, let's see how a next-level approach can lead to a collaborative solution that benefits both parties.
All right, get back to me as soon as you have any information on that part. Yeah, Sally, what's up?
Hey, John, I know you're busy, but I need your help. I've got a problem in building SW3. A fixture's come loose on the second floor. They're worried that it's going to fall and hurt somebody. I really need you to go secure the area and make it safe before anybody gets hurt.
Sally, any other day but today. I've got back-to-back work orders today and I'm already falling behind. Can't you find anyone else?
I can't. Bill's on vacation this week. I'm having trouble getting a hold of anybody. Really, please, this is urgent. You've got to go. I promised the customer that I'd have somebody on it right away.
Sally, I'd like to help you, but I'm trying to get a hold of a part to fix the leak in the cooler in the cafeteria. I know what I need, but I have no idea where to go for parts of this particular manufacturer, and if I don't get this ordered now, whoever has it will be closed for the day. I also promised to drop by room 104 in building Northeast 1. If there's a class there tonight and they have a problem with the heating or something. And to top it off, it's my son's birthday today, and we have tickets to the Canucks game.
Okay, so what if I can help out here? If you can give me some details maybe on the manufacturer and the part that you need, I'll look for the supplier, get things on order. Will that give you enough time to go over there and at least secure the area, make sure that everything's safe until I can get somebody scheduled to do a proper fix?
You know what? I can do that. That would be great help.
Oh, great, John. I mean, the most important thing right now is just to make the area safe.
Okay, I'll call you once I've secured it. In the meantime, let me get you the information you'll need to source that part.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate your help with this. I owe you.
Well, if you can get that part on order, you'd be helping me out too.
Perfect, perfect. Hey, listen, enjoy the game. The Canucks are due, but they're playing Toronto, so they probably won't have a chance.
I thought you wanted me to help you out.
This time, John explains to Sally what his problem is, and Sally immediately sees a possible solution. If she can source the parts for John, that will save him time that he can use to address her need. This next level approach allows both of them to achieve their goals without sacrificing customer service levels or safety on the campus. Next level service is a mindset that we can apply to raise the service levels for our customers and make our own lives easier. By looking at each issue from a customer-focused rather than a job-focused perspective, we open up the opportunity to provide innovative solutions to customers' problems. The next time that you are working with a customer, look at the issue from their perspective and seek to understand the underlying reasons for the request. You can then focus on attending to the needs of the customer. Even if you are unable to address a specific problem, you can take steps to deal with the customer's concerns and serve their immediate needs. This is called next level service, and your customers will thank you for it.